Good morning. How's it going? Happy bonus video. Bugs. Lots and lots and lots of bugs. Bugs. Oh, poor buddy. You okay? You okay? Bugs. So, if you see the mirror cam, that guy up there, get a bug splat. That's why. And then my load cam, which I'm gonna do that with, hopefully that gets us views of my favorite section of this highway, like we've never gotten views before. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put you down because I gotta kind of jump up this. It's a little tricky, a little tricksy. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Oh, safety tether. That's an important step. Okay, we are tethered. Does that look good? Are we good? We good? Okay. So the view is going to be up there. Kind of a neat view. Picked up at two different spots. One in Surrey and one in Abbotsford. Got concrete blocks on the front. Got some chicken manure and cow manure and topsoil mixed up, and then some more concrete blocks back here. So Sunshine Valley right there, you see the signing on the highway, Sunshine Valley, Hope Slide, but we're headed eastbound into Manning Park. Actually, this might be already in Manning Park. We might already be in Manning Park. Anyhow, let's hammer down. We're heavy. We are heavy. We're going to be slow going up. So, nice viewpoints because we're going to be slow. You're going to have time to look at some of these viewpoints. First, we got to get through the flats right along the river here. It's quite pretty. And then we got a long, hard climb. Coming. Let's close our windows. It's only 20 degrees Celsius out here, so it'll get cooler as we climb. Pretty windy. Cloudy day all morning, and over here the sun's still poking out. Video's coming this week. I don't know. I'm on vacation. I recorded this, well, on June 12th. I think we're going to get a video from between Abbotsford and Chilliwack up to Hope Slide here. Not quite all the way to Hope Slide, but to Hope. And that one's kind of neat for Monday's video. And then Wednesdays and Fridays videos are going to be something I've recorded in the past. I can't remember what they were. But there'll be something. There'll be something. I know I can't do any RVing videos this week because I'm working on the RV. And I don't think she'll be ready to do any driving because it'll be in progress. There's the Manning Park sign, but we were already in Manning Park long before that. So yeah, Manning Park, like you've never seen it before. You guys gonna have viewpoints looking over the barriers. I know the mirror cam always gave a really good viewpoint that you never get in a car, but I think this load cam is going to be even better than the mirror cam. As long as we don't get bug splats on it. Beautiful little river. This flows into Skagit Valley in Washington. It's a huge valley in Washington. I think it's Skagit, right? Yeah, I think so. The source of the Skagit's up here. Right now we're going with the flow of the water, so the water's flowing southbound. We're, I guess, technically slightly downhill for the most part because water flows downhill. Really interested to see what the cliffs look like with the load cam. Couple of slow RVs. Man, RV season's full swing. It's just RV after RV after RV. If it's a big bus of an RV or a smaller RV or just a trailer, it could be a big trailer or a small little trailer, a tent trailer, camper van. You see them all over the place. It's like, yep, RV season has hit full swing. Also, I've told you guys many times, if you guys visit BC, make sure you do it by mid-June. Well, it's already getting smoky. Mid-June is the latest you should come to BC. This year is a little earlier than normal. Smoke is showing up a little earlier than normal. As you guys saw in yesterday's video. I love these two-lane sections of the highways like this. Fun carving corners. I know, I promised you guys slow scenery. Well, we're going downhill. Wait till we get to the corner where we leave this creek behind. The corner is actually the Y where this creek meets the Skagit. And we follow the Skagit up. I'm saying Skagit as if I got it right on the first try. So if I got it wrong on the first try, I'm just going to get it wrong over and over and over. I was driving through the lower mainland through Chilliwack and looking at the ditch, and the ditch is getting brown. I'm like, this is supposed to be a rainforest. Why is the ditches brown in mid-June? Why? I mean, for you guys, it's end of June now, but I recorded this mid-June. Beautiful though, so beautiful. Expect delays. That's Nass Creek, huh? Am I wrong about the Skagit? Can't be. It's got to be the Skagit. Nass Creek's got to be an offshoot from the Skagit. Nass Creek must flow into the Skagit. Four-way flashers on. That's it for the Speedy Gonzales stuff. Did you know Warner Brothers canceled Speedy Gonzales? Because they didn't want to be culturally inappropriate, because Speedy Gonzales is a Mexican. Fluffy, comedian, he voices Speedy Gonzales now. Talk to them and it's like, what are you doing? Why would you cancel Speedy Gonzales? It's like, because Fluffy's a Mexican. He goes, I don't know, he's probably an American, but his ancestry is Mexican. But Fluffy goes, that's the only thing we have on TV. That's the only Mexican character we have. It's like, Speedy Gonzales is a hero to all the Mexicans. It's like, don't cancel Speedy Gonzales. I think corporations are a little bit too quick to jump on the cancel bandwagon. Kadirian Flats? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I didn't read all the letters, so I'm just making it up. So it's probably wrong. No cars coming behind us? It's not going to be like a whole bunch of cars passing us here. I see one way back there. Sign's not working very well. It says I'm doing 53. I'm supposed to slow down to 60. I'm working on it. I'm trying to slow down to 60. Slow up. I'm trying to slow up to 60. Oh. Got a dude in the middle of the road. I see ya. It's nice he's wearing super high visible pants, and that's what got my attention, the bright yellow. Aha! Got the slow go ahead. Try to slow up to 60 again. These delineators, orange safety cones and barrels, they're a little bit in the lane here. If I don't want to clip them, I have to run just on the yellow line. It's just a little sketchy. Putting in a temporary bridge. I'm assuming that's a temporary bridge. The way they built it, it looks very temporary. And then I got a feeling they're going to tear this bridge out and then put in a new bridge. Okay, car, I'm slow enough that I'm going to let you by. But you better make it quick. Because the lane ends right here. Alright, now for the viewpoint. Is this going to work with the load cam? I may use the load cam quite heavily here. If it works out, if there's no bug splats on it. You guys notice how I set up the camera with the rules of thirds? The truck's not dead on center. The truck is almost, if you drew a grid line of thirds across the screen, it's almost dead on one of the thirds. It's a little bit off that. It's a little too far center from the third, but it doesn't have to be exact. Just get it close. These viewpoints. If that worked out, we'll try that again sometime on a regular video. This camera angle unfortunately doesn't work in the winter. It's quite useless on wet roads. Momentum downhill as we can. Go, go, go. Gadget legs, gadget wheels. Yeah, Skagit River right here. We just crossed Skagit River. So we're definitely on Skagit River. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Let's see if we can determine if the source of the Skagit River is off to the right or to the left. Here we go, Skagit River again. So as of right now, the source of the Skagit is on the right-hand side. Have to keep an eye when we cross it last. Here. Let's see what it is. No, this is Skagit Creek, not Skagit River. So that's Skagit Creek. So Skagit River is still on our right-hand side. And it would stay Skagit River right to the source. They don't change the name of it to Skagit Creek when it gets smaller. I mean, both sides, left and right, all end up in the Skagit River. Behind me around those cliffs. There are several cars back there. Losing speed here, so we'll put our forward flashers on. Bunch of cars. They must have all been stuck behind that slow car. When I was going slow, the car had no problem catching up, but as soon as I sped up, it fell behind. So, yeah, like I said, I pick up this load in Surrey, all the concrete blocks, past a light, and then Enviro something or other in Abbotsford, close to the Abbotsford airport, for the manure and topsoil. We're delivering it to Princeton first thing tomorrow morning. And then I'm going home, taking a week off. It's been a rough week though. I woke up on Monday morning with my big toe on my right foot just completely seized up, like the ball of the foot, just the big toe, completely seized up, like a muscle spasm. I think it's dehydration. Because it was like 37 degrees Celsius. It's just been such a hot week, and I don't think I drank enough. And then I've had Tuesday, Wednesday, now Thursday with that pain, just absolutely agonizing pain. Could barely walk and barely drive. The pain's a lot less today. I know the boss man Dave offered to get me a helper for tarping when we tarped at Klesnikov. Like, no, I'll be fine. I'll just slowly hobble around. I can still work. I'm glad it's starting to feel better because I need to feel better for vacation. I want to work on the RV. I don't want to be all hobbly on vacation. I'll still be hobbly partway, but I don't want to be all hobbly. Oh, what river did we just cross? Darn it! I lost track. No. Was that Skagit River? No. I know we crossed a bridge. I don't know what it was. The river right beside us on our right-hand side. Is that Skagit River or is that a different creek? I don't know. I don't know. myself I wasn't going to get distracted. Well, that didn't work out. For those of you that watch Highway Through Hell, I haven't seen Jamie Davis in a long time. I don't even know if he's still in business. Anyone watch the show? You guys know if he's still on the show? Trucks must chain up. I've come through here and those lights were flashing, and none of the pullouts to chain up were plowed. There was like 1.5 feet of snow on the pullouts to chain up. So you tell me where I can chain up. Just stop at the lights, flashing lights, and stop on the middle of the highway and chain up. So I didn't bother chaining up. I'm like, nope. I feel it's unsafe to stop on the highway and chain up. I'm just gonna go for it. If I spin out, well, it's gonna be no less safe than just pulling over in the middle of the highway and I'm chaining up. If I spin it over here on this steep section and spin out, it's as safe as over there. I guess if I spun out on a blind corner, that'd be a little less safe. Alright, okay, nowhere to chain up over there. I'll look for these pullouts. I know there's a whole bunch of these here. All of them. 1.5 feet of snow in them. It's like if I pull into there, I'm stuck. Can't even bother chaining up. So if you're gonna put chain up lights up, make sure the pullout's plowed. In fact, if I remember correctly, they only had one lane plowed. There's just so much snow, they only had one lane plowed. Unsafe, and I'm not going to do unsafe work. If I spin out, it's unsafe, but now at least I know I was forced to chain up. If the road had been really slippery, I would have probably just pulled over on the middle of the road and chained up, but it wasn't really slippery, and it's like, well, I think I can do it without the chains, and I think it's worth the risk. Called Burn Hill, because all of this got burned in a huge forest fire back in the day because one person flicked a cigarette out into the ditch. Burnt it all down. guess if you're gonna spin out on Allison, this is where you would do it. This is a really steep section here. It's an 8% grade, 9% grade. GPS is saying 9% right now. Down to 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. And then it's gonna get steep again, but not as steep. That little section there is the steepest section. 9% grade. To a 7% grade, so not nearly as steep, but still steep. Man, so many RVs. Is anybody counting how many RVs? It's just one after another. We've all made a good choice to come over here before we're completely smoked out. A camper van. See, to load this heavy, the computer is just not designed to shift fast enough. With a load this heavy on grades this steep, it's missed the shift, what, 3 times now? Why it would be better if you have an automatic, have a little more horsepower. Chunks of tire, someone blew out with the temperature recently, it makes sense. Got a bit of an alligator on the road. Looks like they're just small pieces, it's fine running over those. Not a problem. Got to be getting close to the top of Allison. Speed again. I have the feeling, or I have the need for speed. Summit, 1,342 meters. Four-way flashers off. I'm gonna have to grab a couple of gears on this corner. So with this kind of weight, I'm not gonna want to come down those S curves at full speed. I can do it lower, lighter weight, but not with max weight like this. Low enough that keep me slow enough that should easily make the corners. Yeah, nice and easy. Here's Smilkameen River. That's the first time we crossed the Smilkameen, so we know for a fact the Smilkameen source is to the left because the river was flowing to the right. There's a big open valley that way, so the Smilkameen source is to the left. Still a fairly big river, so that's got to go pretty far up that way. I just failed you guys on schedule. As far as the bridge construction, it's going to take years. When they replaced these two bridges, I think it took 2 or 3 years. And we're just crossing the Smilkameen River over and over and over as it just winds its way left and right, snakes through the valley. Smilkameen flows into the U.S. and there it flows into the Okanagan River, which flows into the Columbia River. Oh, it looks my camera just died.
Don't have that much hold back down the hill. I'll just follow you.
My app says my cameras are dying. Flashing red anyway. Seems early. We're, what, 45-ish minutes into the video? A little less. Like that. Just pull into the parking lot. Well, hopefully I'm still recording on most of the video cameras. I don't see them all being dead. Could just be it's not connecting. The one that says, like, basically I have it on the Bluetooth screen. I can see what Bluetooth connections are out there. And it was showing that I had 4 cameras with Bluetooth connections. And now one of them is gone. So it might just not be connecting Bluetooth to the one on the load, but still 3 of them going. So I think we can keep recording with 3 cameras going. It's kind of my cheat sheet on knowing when the cameras die. All of a sudden Bluetooth connection drop off. This corner can be very sketchy in the winter. See more than one big rig in the ditch there, leaning against the trees. Milkameen River's getting a little bigger. Man, getting pretty gusty. This is a provincial park. It is free to enjoy the provincial park, go hiking on the trails, and go kayaking in the lakes. Completely free to use for day use. You do have to pay to camp overnight in any of the campsites. So any provincial parks, free day use, camping, you gotta pay. Any national parks, you need a park pass to do anything in the park at all. If you pull over and go for a little walk, you need park pass. National parks, if you want to enjoy those, you must pay. And in BC, any recreational sites are free to use day or night, first come, first serve. This Milkameen River up here, the amount of trees laying across the river. If you're going to kayak down this river, bring a chainsaw with, because you're going to have to keep a real sharp eye out, pull over, get out, and cut some trees, and then continue on your way. At least we're going with the wind. This Milkameen River just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Some corners over here. I find this isn't too bumpy if I cut in over here. Get all the way on the edge. It's not much of a bump, but if you're on the left lane, it can be quite jarring of a bump. or even all the way to the left in the lane can be quite a jarring bump. I guess you wouldn't need a chainsaw. You could kayak down here every time there's a tree. You'd have to get out, pull the kayak over the tree, and then continue. That'd probably be the more intelligent way of doing it. Definitely had no issues with flooding this year. The rivers have all stayed pretty dry. So there's a flashing, chain up over here, which seems too early to me. Like, why would you chain up over here? It's all flat. It's mostly downhill. I've never seen those lights on in the winter. I think it's ridiculous. Just some weird stuff down this highway. Somebody had ideas but didn't actually make proper pullouts for chaining up. Now if you put the sign out over here and built a nice big chain up area, that I would understand. Right after this corner, have a nice big pull out. Right here, right in this oxbow, make a nice big pull out. Chain up required, chain up over here. There's a big sign that says notice of development. But it's not a chain up parking lot. river is very clear. I can see the rocks in the river. Don't think you guys will be able to see the rocks, but even through the rough, rapid sections, I can see the rocks on the bottom of the riverbed. So very clear water. It's also a really good point where I could end the video. Now let's go to the hairpins. Let's go through the hairpins and then we'll end the video. Absolutely beautiful. Love this highway. What starts in Copper Creek something construction? Gotta look out for construction over here. Okay. Doing replacing another bridge? Excuse me. I think that's the next hairpin. We'll do the next hairpin and then we're going to call it a day. Because then it's going to be a very steep grade, long climb. I think I've shown you the prettiest part of Highway 3. Hope Princeton. Beautiful, beautiful highway. It's 4 p.m. now, so there might be no construction here. I don't know what hours they'll be working on it. Just keep an eye out for construction. All you cars, you're going to have a passing lane pretty quick here after this hairpin. Always wonder how deep that gorge is beside me on the right hand side, because the Smilkameen River's got to be down there. See any construction here. Not sure what they're talking about. It might be a different creek. video here. We'll let all these nice people get past before I honk. Come on now. Thank you guys again so much for all your support. Super appreciate all of you guys. It's a lot of fun making these videos. The videos seem to take me about 2 hours to edit because I spend a lot more time getting the right camera angles, getting the shots just right. So, boy, there's some aggressive passing. That's the car in the left lane fault. They should have merged out in front of me. A bit of a jackwagon staying in the left lane like that. It's actually illegal. Anyway, thank you for all your support. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all those super chats and memberships and the thumbs ups and all the comments. You guys are awesome. Weren't expecting that, were you? Okay, let's do it right this time. You guys rock.